Okay, seems I'm live. I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving. It's November 29th, and it's 1:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I never get many people in on live views, which is on my live broadcast, but I do everything live and then I download it from Streamyard. Okay, I had done this video. You'll see corruption exposed, SID municipalities, corruption. SIDs are special improvement districts. So if you don't know what a SID is, and they're a quasi municipality, and they're all over the country, business improvement districts or downtown center bullshit. They're quasi municipalities, and they're supposed to follow local contract laws, and they don't. And it's a way that they launder money. But I'm going to tell you a story about me and how I beat their asses when they tried to kill me and they tried to put me in jail. And so this is a true story. And whether anyone, whatever, and I'm putting myself in danger doing this because I exposed names. I had some protection, sort of, but that protection is gone basically now. But I'm 69 years old and I'm tired of the corruption in this country. If you care, you'll pay attention and listen to me. And this Richie from Boston, if anyone knows him or watches him, I'm going to send him a link, but he's a busier guy. But I see something in him that I can help him with, and maybe we could collaborate on some things. Okay, first of all, I am very religious in the sense that I speak to God, and I do get private revelation from God, and which has protected me. And I'm only because the only way I got protected is from God. When I was 8 years old, I got hit by a car. Then I got flown through the air and run over by the same car, and I almost got ripped in half. I wasn't supposed to live, and I made a miraculous recovery. And I was 8 years old. That was November 1st, 1963. And I'm still here, and I'm fairly healthy. Okay, now, if you watch the other video, you'll notice that I'm talking about that these special improvement districts are not taking bids from me. So I went into the Christmas lighting business for downtowns mostly, and some shopping centers, commercial, big, heavy stuff, 24-foot wreaths, 40-foot high, drive-through park things. That's what I did. Okay, so I started getting some threats from started with a guy in New York, Arno Migliaccio, who's probably passed away now. And this story revolves a little bit about him and another clown named John Verona, who wore green Gumby suits, thought he was John Gotti. If he's in the mob, John Verona, I don't know. It also Dominic Roncacci, who stole my idea with Mike Howard from Midwest Displays, who I don't even know if they're alive anymore. Because this is a life story. This is 30 years of story of me fighting. And I'm never giving up. I'm never letting it go because I call a spade a spade. In other words, if you're an evil, lying, corrupt bastard, I'm going to point it out to you. And I'm going to tell everybody who will even give me a little bit of an ear to understand that these people are all liars and thieves. And anyone who works for government, you're just as guilty. When I had to court with Clear Channel about the Christmas drive-through parks at the PNC Art Center, I'm just saying, when I was in the court, I came back early from lunch by myself, and the door was open in the court, and I just kind of slipped in and sat down, which my seat was closer to the door, the way the courthouse where I was the plaintiff. No one was in the courtroom except for the stenographer who was talking to her girlfriend, and the stenographer had her back to me, and her girlfriend was looking directly at me. And as she was talking to her girlfriend, she was telling her and pointing to me, telling her how they were screwing me in the court case. All judges belong in jail, and there is nothing they can do to justify what they do. And all cops that they look the other way, all prosecutors, all attorney generals, and anyone who works for their office, even if you're a secretary, you belong in jail because you've seen stuff that they do and you never say anything. And they ruin people's lives and you don't care because it's not your life. Number one. So I promise to tell how I got out of what was happening to me. So we're 5 minutes in. I don't want to, but I have to give you a little backstory. Okay, I received phone calls from Arnold Migliaccio with some threats, and John Verona with something now to be fucking done about you motherfucker, all that kind of shit, that Italian thing. That's a veiled threat that he's going to call somebody and have something to have me taken care of. Yeah, I told him, what the fuck, John, what's your problem? Because I made him look stupid all the time. And the way I did that was by figuring them out. They even had the asshole from Philadelphia, Sal Bonafino, call me up and ask me, how do I figure out everything they're doing? Vader, here. My dog's in the Starbucks. Vader, here. I'm just going to pause 1 second and see. I can't pause this. This is an end stream. Hang on a second. All right, I'm sorry about that. Somebody came in the house. I have a watchdog, and he barks at everyone who comes in. It's family members. He put his head through the window, and poor FedEx guy ran like hell to his truck rather. Anyway, I want to tell this story. So I got calls from him with threats and calls from John Verona. I had because I was getting threats. And I was doing a lot of cities and towns. So in 1989 and 1990, I did Union Township. It was on television. I brought 10,000 people to their tree lighting ceremony. I did the same thing for Linden, New Jersey. I did the same thing for Roselle Park, where they had a park that I decorated for them. And out of that came the idea to go to the PNC Art Center and make a parking lot, a drive-through Christmas center light show with I had charity involved in that because I wanted to show Christmas as a giving and also the lights. They never paid me a penny, kicked me out of there after I put it up, gave it to Mike Howard, the FBI informant, and who likes to, I'm going to say, makes illegal immigrants disappear that work for him. I don't know how else to say that without allegedly, I guess. I don't have anything for anybody to take anyway, but whatever. So Ron Kachi or Ron Case got promoted to COO, saying it was his idea to do the art center thing. All the commissioners of the Highway Authority, who I presented the idea to, all ran from me. That would be Pat Haran and Buckaloo and some other people. So when I walked in, it was, Mr. Brittany, how are you doing? Would you like a cup of coffee? What can I do for you? Now, then it was all of a sudden when they stole, because they saw it did $2 million in business, they were like, oh, we're not paying them. And the first thing they did in the second year was take out the charity. So they never give charity anymore. Clear Channel took that idea of how to do those through amphitheaters, parking lots, and make them into drive-through parks, which again went to Hershey Park, Sweet Light Show, and Great Adventure started doing the shows, and they went all over the country. That's because of me. So if you ever see the Christmas light show, yeah, that drive-through, that's because of me, because I figured out how to make money with that, not just put up decorations in a can at the end of the street for some donations or whatever, or a little stinky park where they put up a couple of lights in the trees and made them flash. Talking about 40-foot high decorations with animation and everything in them. Anyway, I did all of that work. So Arnold's threatening me. So this is how I handled Arnold. In 1996, Mayor Giuliani indicted Arnold Migliaccio under the RICO Act for the San Gennaro feast for racketeering. So I knew this, it was in the news. So I went to Giuliani's Department of Investigation and I said, they put up lights for San Gennaro feast and the electric. I said, listen, my company wants to bid on that, and I'll bid on every special improvement district or business improvement district in the 5 boroughs, which is split between 2 mafia guys. The one was Migliaccio, and the other was whatever, I don't remember his name. I'm not really impressed with them. But I remember Migliaccio because I had conversation with him. So, being as I'm getting these threats from Migliaccio, he says to me, "Oh, come on, make you strong, work with me. Do this job for me." He sends me all the way up to Newburgh, New York, which is like a little strip center to put up some snowflakes. And he's like, "Oh, he gives me like $2,500 or something," which was like caused out. I'm just trying to get these guys off my backs with the cities and towns. I said, "Okay, Arnold, I'll go do that." And I go do it. And he's like, "Oh, your guys stole the pole wraps. That's when they wrapped the pole with some garland." It's like my guys were so scared we went there. It's placed like a fortress. It's no windows, a building in the Bronx, New York, and cameras everywhere, buzz door, electric doors, and his sons they're crackheads. They were threatening my guys. This the guy that stole our dad's business and this and that. Because they figure every town is their business. So I don't want to make this too long. So what I did to Arnold was this. I said, "Okay, Arnold, I'll go." I went there. So you got to understand, Italians are paranoid. So he doesn't know it's me. He never met me. I go in work clothes. I'm here to pick up the pole wraps and go do them for you. And I go there and I'm walking, and then all of a sudden he figures out it's me when we're on a staircase. I say something about a garland machine that I see sitting there. That's how you make garland. They make commercial garland. And he realizes it's me, and he's in shock. So to scare an Italian mafia guy, you have to let them know you crept up on them and they didn't know it was you. That's the number one thing I did to him. The thing I started talking about before the dog started barking was the Department of Investigation for Mayor Giuliani's. So I went to every business improvement district in the 5 boroughs. So the 5 boroughs is quite a lot. It's like, I don't know, $3 or $4 million worth of Christmas light business crossing the streets a year. I'm going to get rid of this. I just want you to watch this video. The link is in the description. So I'm going to stop the share. And so you can just see me talking. So it's a little easier that way. So I went to every business improvement district and I lowballed them. When I say I lowballed them, I was like half the price of them. Vader, you need to stop. My dog, he doesn't let anyone in the house. So it's not letting me tell this story. Oh my God. I have more than one dog. You guys, I ask you to go in the rooms, please. Thank you.
I have things I need to do.
Yeah, go in the room and stop.
I have things I need to do.
Then we're outside or in? I'm on live, so you need to stop. What are you doing? Are you being on purpose? Zoe, go to bed. It's not funny.
It's really funny.
No, because now I got to do the whole thing over again, and you think it's really funny.
I don't know why you're choosing to make a video in this house.
I don't know why you think I